Ooh, child. Okay, enough of that. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Millennial Mondays. I finally got it. This is the third week in a row. I finally
Hey
got it.
yo, hey yo.
Welcome to Millennial Mondays, where we talk politics, religion, culture, everything in between. And this is your host, Jesse. I want to first of all thank my co-host tonight to my right. Girl, shut up. This ghetto. To my right. Please give it up for I am Courtney Phillips, everybody.
Yes.
Oh,
Look like a bowl of gumbo.
ain't she looking fine, y'all? Ain't my
Hey,
friend looking fine, my sis?
looking like a free Lottie scratch off. Girl, hey girl.
Not
Go
too
ahead,
much.
girl.
Not too much. You calm down, sir. But anyways, um, on all the way to the right is Mr. Josh, aka J. How you say it?
J. Eleazar.
Eleazar.
Eleazar. You know I'm cutting. I can't say nothing on. But
Thank you,
y'all here.
Jesse. Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah. Yeah. So y'all make sure y'all go. I gotta at the end of the live, I gotta make sure I put y'all to pages up in the description so it'll be there. But Josh just launched his first live yesterday, so we're gonna big up him. We're
Thank y'all
gonna
so
big
much.
big up Josh. He did his first live.
Y'all
It was really good. And we both of us are Aquarius. He, we my birthday this weekend. Anyways,
Yes.
whoop de doo. But so because y'all know I don't really celebrate like that. But anyways, but we got a little bit of competitive streak. So he came on with this nice camera. My friend had already sent me a camera from Florida that he wasn't using. It was a Sony, and I was just like, oh, I ain't got time to set it up and all that. He had his camera all looking nice. He came on there all, Barry White, every man.
Right. Midnight Love.
Whatever.
Jesus.
Every man.
Let me talk politics to you.
Do you remember y'all remember when TD Jakes did that gospel that R&B?
Please don't make me cringe.
She found her stuff,
Sacred
she took
Love
her
song.
panties off on the floor.
Yeah.
When I tell you, when I was coming up, I was like, when I grow up, me and my husband gonna listen to that.
Girl,
What happened? Nothing.
no, you
I was
didn't.
Nothing for you.
girl.
Nothing for you. Well, I said it's so cringe. Like, it's so cringy. Ugh.
It's cringing now that I'm adult. I'm like,
But
Bishop, don't talk to me like that.
it was good for the time, but then like when we got older, I was like, oh, you shouldn't have did that. That was we didn't want him doing that.
I thought it was the hottest thing back in the days, but now
It was though. The people was feeling it back in the day. I used to love that song. My mom was like, "You can't listen to this CD."
She found herself.
That was a
Hey,
CD.
that's dog Ciroc.
Yes. When
That
he
was
was
Shirley
talking
Mother.
about satin sheet slide.
Satin sheet slide.
I'm saying you ain't never lied.
That was Marvin Sapp. Oh, nasty ass.
He couldn't do that now. He went viral for talking about what was that he went viral for?
Close the door.
No, I'm talking about Bishop Jakes.
Oh, swallowed up.
Yeah. Thank you. Somebody said, why is Josh not on the camera?
I'm in traffic.
Everybody
I'm
else
in traffic.
He's a man about town. It's not too much. He's
Whatever.
always around.
As tired as I am tonight, I'm ready to get home. I promise you.
Yeah.
About this town.
So, well, I want to thank both of them for coming on my platform. I know they're both busy, as I am. We're millennials, we always got to get to the bag because ain't no bag left for us.
Come on.
So, first, I just want to start it off real quick, y'all. So, I have been seeing, because we take things a little bit more serious when it's Millennial Mondays. I have been seeing a couple of posts, and this always kind of comes up every year or so, about black barbers or beauticians or whatever, and what we deem as outrageous prices. Now,
Hmm.
being a finance major or whatever, I graduate this year, y'all, 2026 class. I'm
Woo.
graduating in the winter.
Ew.
I'm not graduating in May like I thought I was, but whatever. But
That's all
anyways,
right. We
well,
coming.
it's
Go
on
ahead.
time, guy. But anyways, so I saw that, people was talking about, they shouldn't be charging this and that and that and this for haircuts and all of this and that. I used to pay $20 back in 1992 or whatever. And it's just like, I don't think we as a people, we as black people, I don't think we really understand the concept of inflation
Mm-hmm.
and prices, gross domestic product. We don't understand the
Mm-hmm.
baselines and things of that nature and how things, grow every so many years. So what are y'all thoughts about that? Do you think black entrepreneurs, try to rip people off, or do you think they're genuinely given a bad time?
Let me go ahead and kick this off. First of all, good evening, everybody. Happy Monday to you all. So glad that you all could make it in the number yet and again. Um, First of all, I understand. I get it, right? But I'm a woman. A man used to could give you $100 and say, baby, go splurge. Go treat yourself to something nice. Now it costs way more than that for us to get our hair done, our nails done, all the things. And so it's like, while I understand inflation and I understand that it costs more, things cost more, I kind of feel like there's some price gouging going on. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
The press and curl should not change in its value because it's a press and curl. You don't have to use any chemicals. You don't have to use any extra additives or anything like that. You're just taking a hot comb. Now you may have to use a little oil or whatever the case may be, but a press and curl shouldn't cost $300. And I'm not over exaggerating.
They doing that down in Houston like that?
What?
Got my
It
girl a
cost
French
me.
roll. It was
Mhm.
$200.
Shut up. Good night.
Josh, one of them parents, my baby's not getting her hair shampooed in that bowl.
My girls are natural. When I was growing up, my mom would take me to the beauty
Hold on.
salon.
Please pause. Please pause. Please pause. Our leader is here. And he can't spend fire.
Hell.
He can't spend fire. St. James, come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Independent.
One, yeah,
INDEPENT.
yeah,
No,
one of
listen
the
now. Let's be clear. I pay for my own stuff. I was just using that as an
That's
example.
alone. Go ahead, Courtney. Go ahead.
At any rate, so I really do. So, okay, Josh. I have really paid extensive amounts of money. So I was talking about my mom used to take me to the beauty salon when I was growing up. I have two girls. Guess what? It will cost over $300 for me to take my girls and their natural hair to the beauty salon. So now I do their hair unless it's a special event or something like that. 300 over $300 for two girls. $300 by myself. I've been before to get
that's
my
a
hair
lot of
done.
money just for a little press and curl. This ain't no like sew in or
Yes.
nothing like that.
Nothing like, oh, we're not even going to talk about weaves and wigs because when I tell you wigs can go up to $1,000, if not more, depending on the hair quality, depending on so many things. So it's like, I get it, I understand, but I think that a lot of these like barbers and these stylists, while I respect you all so much, we need you, all of that good stuff. I think that they are price gouging. And I think that if they do one celebrity's hair or makeup,
Mm-hmm.
it's over with. That
Mm-hmm.
price is going through the roof, and they're calling themselves a celebrity hairstylist. And so we're
Wow.
expected to pay the same price as the celebrity. Just so I can say, Beyonce hairstylist did my hair.
Josh, how you feel about it?
This is very personal to me. I spend about $90 a week on haircuts. Mine is
A
45.
week, not every week, not every other week,
On a Saturday.
every Saturday.
Every Saturday. And I'm actually going to, and you know, it's not, I'm just balling like that. I'm going to pull back because I did the math. And now my son had like sheep's wool, so his have to be cut every week, all right? But mine can be maintained every 2 weeks. But my cut is $45, his is $30, and then the tip, $90.
And
Now
then
the reason why I haven't changed barbers is because Black men are faithful to two entities, God and our barber. Okay,
Yep.
ain't losing my barber, and it's actually experience as far as just the camaraderie and the friendship. But I could find someone cheaper probably, but what comes with that? I moved to Louisiana in 2017. The coldest barber gave me the best fade I ever had, and his price was $10 in 2018. Now, I get it, because before I left Macon, he was starting to charge 15 and 20. But to go from $20, $25 to $45, and then from like $10 to $15 to $30 and $45 for a child. And to the broader question, no, back up. He's actually about to raise prices again on the adults because people now aren't coming as often. So he's losing money, and he has to compensate for that, you know? But I think that the broader question about Black entrepreneurs, a lot of people are trying to get it all in one swipe.
Yep.
They gonna come from much possibly, or either they are trying to make the profits. They make the money, but the profit margin is so thin. Yep. And so the only way to, I feel, make the money that you thought you would make is to simply charge the customer. But what happens when you aren't all of that? Or when I have to cut back on something, hey, you're first, you know?
The very first.
And then,
and Courtney is so...
Go ahead, guys.
Courtney was so correct about, you cut one barber or one famous person, you're done. My barber in Baton Rouge, he cut one rapper who wasn't even a A-list rapper, but a good rapper, and the rapper put it on Instagram. This dude was charging $75 for a cut, man. Not beard, no parts, just a simple fade or ball fade. $75.
Yeah, I mean, I get both of your points. I'll be the contrarian, I guess. The only thing is when people say things like, "Oh my God, they're charging $50 for a haircut," you know, the prices ain't what they were back when we were kids and stuff. For rent, you know, the prices goes up for everybody. It's, you know, affecting everybody. So, you know, there should be some sort of expected price raise. But you know, the things that I'm hearing from y'all, I didn't know it got down like that.
Jesse, let me add some more fuel to the fire. Okay, so I don't know about barbers, but when you're dealing with hairstylists, first of all, you got to read a 5-page message about all the do's and don'ts and the rules. Okay, then on top of that, you have to pay a deposit. Now I get it.
Yeah, you got about one time to make me read anything.
But watch this. The last time I went to this stylist, and I liked her, I loved her work, all of that good stuff, right? But when I went to her, she automatically put over, how much was this tip? First of all, the service was already astronomical. She automatically put the tip on top of it. Yes.
For what extra? Like, was it over the top or just a basic?
Oh, the tip was over the top.
Oh, come on, Sean Talks.
When I got home, and I was like, what? So I removed it. But when I came back the next day because I had to go in. You have to go in for a consultation. You can't get your hair done the same day. She got to consult with you to see what you're going to get. Then when you come back for your actual appointment, the tip was in there.
How much was this tip?
Oh, the tip was, let's see, and I'm not
It was
trying
10%, 20.
Oh, well over 10%.
Oh, you should have went to your
It was
Secretary of
over
State.
20%.
Yeah, I would have went to my Secretary of
Hey.
State, because really when we go to restaurants, and it's good that you brought that up, Courtney, even when we go to these restaurants, a lot of times, especially Black establishments, unfortunately, I hate saying that, but it's true, because Detroit is good about it. They'll automatically charge 18%, 20% gratuity, even if you just sit down at the bar and they handing you a drink, they still adding that on.
Yep.
And really, by law, I don't know about down there, but in the state of Michigan, we really could go and say, I don't know what this is, but you need to take it off, because you don't get automatic gratuity.
So in a restaurant, I'm not mad at the gratuity, especially if it's on the weekend. You have a lot of people. Okay, I'm gonna give you that, because how many times have they waited on these large parties and no one is really tipping well? So I'm gonna give you that. But for a hairstylist, I just paid you a guap of money, and then you turn around and you're gonna force the tip when you don't know what I was gonna give.
Now,
Ahead,
I used to be a server. I used to be a server in my early 20s, late teens, early 20s. So I tip very well now because of that experience. And so I see both sides. I see the side of the auto gratuity, because I have been the one waiting tables. And church people, by the way, y'all are the absolute
That's what I heard.
worst.
The worst.
Oh, the worst, bro. But anyway, so
don't
I
tip,
get,
and y'all be sitting up there demanding too much. That's why I don't go
and
nowhere with
coming up
y'all
with the
no
worst
more.
attitude.
I don't
Preachers,
go
y'all are the
nowhere with
worst.
y'all. I don't go nowhere with y'all no more.
Now y'all done just
It's-
church down, y'all done shouted, sweated, all of that, and then y'all come in there carrying on.
If you want to lose me as a friend or as someone who admires you, respect you, treat people who in service industry like crap. And a lot of them preachers have gone in there, won't even make eye contact with the servers. Won't even address them. Oh, sweet tea, water, please.
Yep.
Who are you talking to? So I see both sides. And for me and my barber, there have been times where, hey, I'm on a flight, bro. I need you to come in on the off day. I need you to come in earlier. Because I tip well, or because, the camaraderie is there, he does it for me. So there is a benefit to making sure they're straight, because you never know when you're going to need that person. However, I don't like how unprofessional the hair. What's the industry called? Salon.
Beauty.
What is it? Beauty industry. How unprofessional they're allowed to be.
Yeah.
I've had barbers who have gone to appointment only. That's fine. That's perfect. I get there 10 minutes ahead of time.
Talk about it.
I'm now 15 minutes behind my appointment time. Calling you, oh, bro, I'm at the gym, man, my bad. Dude, I moved my whole schedule for this. Or you're late. They want to charge you. When you get there at your time, they're always 5-10 minutes behind time.
Come on.
And so, like I said, my barber is probably going to charge more this year. But because I don't have to deal with that unprofessionalism, before I found a barber that had appointment times, I would go there and get in line. It would always be every Saturday, 15, 20, 30 people, okay? It would take 4 to 5 hours some Saturday to get a haircut. And once again, everybody can't cut. And so, and I have a weird shaped head anyway. So I need somebody who do my hairline. Well, if I gotta
I didn't want to be the one to say it.
Listen. I'm God's child, okay? You talk about me. But it's one of the things where they have you trapped because they are so good, or they are just good for you. And they feel as if I can be late, I can talk to you crazy, I can charge you crazy. And I'm not tired of it, man.
I'm not trapped. I don't play those games. If you're not, first of all, I used to be a very late person. And now, thanks to the Lord in my church, I'm much better. I mean, I still got, I still can work on a few things,
Yeah,
but I'm much
witchcraft
better
still
when
there.
it comes.
Spirit of witchcraft, they said, lateness is. It's a holiness talk now.
Wait,
But
oh
I
shoot,
don't like it when I am pushing it to be early, not even on time, but to be early
Yes,
because I
yes.
understand. And not only that, I can't spend my whole day in the salon anymore. I have other responsibilities and other obligations. So I want to be, in and I want to be out. But that's never the case in black salons.
It's
Never
not.
the case.
not mine. I don't know about what you got going on, what you come to do, but I came to give God some glory. And my barber,
Hey,
I mean, huh?
go ahead. Go ahead, Jesse. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, my barber, he's really good because he's the only person in there. He has, nobody else. There's no, if he does have to switch things around, he'll text you. The only time he done messed up, because usually I'm the one that's late, but the only time he messed up was when I had this last play and he had overslept because he had some other things going on. But he's really good. So shout out to my barber. Q or barbecue or whatever his name is on
Barbecue.
Instagram.
I
Barbecue.
like that.
Yeah. So yeah. All right.
Well, hold on, wait a
Mhm.
minute. Before we transition, I want to ask this too. When we were talking about tipping and all of that, why is it that, and I'm not trying to tear down African American establishments because I support black owned businesses. Let's be clear. I have my own. So I support, right?
Mhm.
But these restaurants with the grass wall and the DJ
They can go to
The
hell to
lamb
be
chops
exact.
and the lamb
and the lamb
chops,
chops, stripping grits.
why are you
Them right there.
charging $40 to park? On top of that, then we got the super gratuity and the poor service.
That and see that's my problem with the automatic gratuity, especially if it's less than a party of because I don't really go to big parties and stuff like that. Like when and it's another thing. I'm glad you did bring that up. Y'all in these birthday parties. I'm gonna come back to that. But I don't go with big parties. Usually I'm by
Mhm.
myself or it's like two or three people, at the max. But I'm like, look, you weren't even halfway attentive to me. You didn't smile. You didn't say hey. You
Oh
didn't come
my
back
God.
and check. What do
Right.
you need 20% for? Did you take this 20% because you knew you was going to be a horrible waitress or waiter?
I was in
Hey,
Mississippi. I went to a restaurant in Mississippi when I went to go visit my dad. And it was like a soul food spot. Of course, it was black owned, and everybody was raving about the food.
Heavy on kitchen and cocktails. Heavy.
Let me tell you, when I went in there, the service was so bad. The lady was like, um, I had gotten the macaroni and cheese. I didn't care for it too tough, so I wanted some cabbage instead. So I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, because just like you, Josh, I used to be a server, so I get it. I'm super polite. So I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. She was like, what? I said, oh,
were you in
no,
Atlanta?
that's right. I was in Jackson, Mississippi, to be exact. And
Mm.
she's like, what? I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm really not trying to trouble you. I'm not lying. I'm not over
Hey, you the
exaggerating.
customer now. You the customer now.
I'm really not trying to trouble you. Do you mind if I can get some cash? For what? What's wrong?
Oh, I would have
I was
flipped
like,
that whole
never mind. If
restaurant
you could just
upside
send me to
down.
the kitchen, I do my own cabbage. If you could just, that's how bad it was.
Hey,
I would have flipped out
let me
up and
tell you.
I don't know who you talking to,
Let me tell
heifer.
you something.
Get your damn manager right now, or I'll flip this goddamn restaurant. Y'all thought y'all had bad water in Jackson, Mississippi. I'm gonna show up at your
Get the
damn
Support.
door.
manager for
That ain't
what?
funny, Jesse. That ain't funny, Jesse. I support black businesses, but I'm proud to say with a caveat. Okay.
Okay.
Number one, at the end of the day, all I care about is a good experience. Okay. Now,
Yes.
if it's two between a non-black and a black, I'm gonna choose the black business. But just because you black doesn't mean you have my automatic support. Because a lot of us, bro,
Period.
have no corporate skills. A lot of
Mhm.
us have no customer service skills. For
Mm-mm.
example, I get manicure pedicures every couple of weeks.
All
Asian
right.
women. They are the most accommodating, the
You know they
nicest
love a good
people.
black man. Now they love
Hey,
a good
hey,
big
hey,
burly
hey,
black man.
hey, boy, I'm telling you something, boy. Okay. Them two of y'all. Come on, make the thing happen. but
Oh
and
God.
then there's a lady in New Orleans who owns a spa. So I heard about it. I want to try her out. She
Mm-hmm.
wasn't bad, but it was the dry begging for me. Bruh, I'm once again, I'm a customer. Why
Mm-hmm.
am I required to watch my words with you and make sure you're in the mood to give me service or the mood to rectify my problem?
Wait a minute. Why
I'm
she had to say watch your word? What you was saying?
no. Back to your point about, ma'am, if you're not too busy, if not a
Oh, okay.
problem. No, you're the customer. And,
Okay.
last point, Katrina said, so when is Courtney going to start selling earrings? And
Earring line.
then Sean Talk said, right, Katrina.
Earring line is forthcoming. Glad you
Get
noticed.
that bag, boss up and get some money. Shout out to Blade. I swear he's a Detroit legend. Rest in peace to him. Um, listen. Oh, and back to before we move on. Um, what was I gonna say? What did you bring up that I was gonna bring up? It was I think about
Parties.
parties. And let me tell you, African Americans, specifically millennials. I don't think Gen Z, I mean not Gen Z, but Gen X really gets into this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't invite me to your little funky ass birthday party. Not every year. No,
What?
I'm not coming to your little funky
They'll
ass
embarrass you,
birthday
Courtney. They'll
party.
embarrass you, Courtney. They will
I'm not,
embarrass
I
you.
know, because why do we need to come to you turning what, 33, 32, some random
I don't
age?
know my birthday yet.
It's not,
26.
yeah, 26, 27. It's some random 29. You having a random birthday, and we got to come to your birthday every damn year, and you find the most expensive place you can find in town. Y'all don't go to Red Lobster no more. Y'all
Wait a
don't
minute.
go
They
to
find the most
Applebee's and
They're
Cheeky's
Nobu.
no
They're
more.
Nobu.
look. They find the most expensive place and they have the audacity to split the check.
And look,
Let me tell you
I'm
something.
so what I go
Too
ahead,
many
Josh.
ways.
I'd rather
That's
pay
a
the whole
fact.
chip by myself and say, hey, y'all keep Ross, okay? Because now I'm not when I go out, I love to have a good time. But what's all this? We spend a check, so now you ordering stuff that you never would order by yourself. That irks me.
Yeah.
If I treat you to a good time, hey, sit back, relax, enjoy yourself. Don't be ordering stuff that you won't buy for yourself, man.
No.
And
But
they
see, I
stay
don't
doing
have
that.
any friends like that. So like me and my friends, we're fighting for the bill.
Yeah,
Pray
yeah,
luckily, praise the Lord, I don't
yeah,
have any friends like that because that
yeah.
is because if I did, like I would never go out with you again. That's crazy.
So,
Yeah.
so I don't neither. I'm like Courtney, but I have cousins. I have,
I don't
frats
go nowhere with
who
my
who
damn self.
who ain't never been nowhere before. Bro, like, hey, give me a chicken. All right, we good. Okay, we good. Because now y'all embarrassing me. All right. Who had this? Who had a Don Julio? All I had was
Oh my
salmon
God.
and, and,
I
and, and a
hate
glass of
that.
water. Ugh, bro.
Cause he do this every year. He always.
Yep. Yep.
So
Who
why
had
would you
any
invite him
clue?
back if he do it every year? Something right here.
Hey,
Mm-mm.
St. James, when the Noble, bro, St. James said 320 for a person. St. James, same thing, man. Almost $400 for two of us. And the waiter, I guess, thought that all black people split checks, went ahead and split the check down the
And
middle.
split it.
I said, baby
They
girl,
don't.
we good,
No,
all
they
right?
ain't
No,
the
no, no, we
only
good.
one. They
Bring it to James. He got this time. I got the next time, all right?
they
We
wasn't
good.
the only one. And but I got a method to the madness. I eat before I eat at home.
Mhm.
And then I go over there or I get there early. Sometimes I get there late, sometimes I get there early, depending on what I'm doing.
There you go.
And
There you
I
go.
go over there to the bar, I go get me a drink, and that's it. Cause I ain't gonna be all of this splitting checks and embarrassed, and I'm paying. I only really ate $20 worth of food, and I'm spending 50. I think not.
Hey, if I'm going like they want to meet a group or something for work or anything like that, I go early. I go have a nice appetizing cocktail at the bar. That way, I'm not, especially if it's on somebody else's dime, I'm not doing the most,
And that part, and I know you brought that up, Josh, and then we can move on. But don't, if somebody paying for your meal, don't go from you was gonna eat a side salad and some water to now you getting 2 glasses of wine that's $20 a pop.
Come on.
And a filet mignon, and then whatever else on the menu you can't pronounce. Don't be ridiculous. But that's not for anybody in this crowd, because y'all are not like that. Y'all are a class A.
We real respectable,
right,
and classy base around here. And we still going to Vegas, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Hey, there's a bad delay on y'all face. Is it me or is it y'all?
I can hear y'all perfectly fine.
Right, we're perfect.
Okay.
It's you.
Before I go over here to start talking about the topics that we have on hand, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, LILJESSYE, Lil Jessie. Make sure you also follow me on TikTok. I've been, posting some of my videos. I've been doing a little experimenting around here because I'm like, I don't want to be just stuck to YouTube all the time. So I've been doing a little experiment. I've been posting stuff on TikTok. Their algorithm is amazing. People always said that, and I never really, so I've been, I posted a couple things over there. They, getting over like 10,000 views, 5,000 views. So y'all make sure y'all go follow me over there if you ain't did that already. Courtney, y'all don't do social media. You and Josh, y'all don't really.
I have an Instagram. I'm just not great at it. And then I do have a TikTok. I'm definitely not over there. I got to do better. I just can't get into TikTok.
I got MySpace and YouTube. So
good night. And I'm sure you do, because that's how old you are. You probably got a Black Planet too.
Hey, babe, that's for Black Planet, y'all.
Hey, Josh, he got a little black book still.
You'll see me.
Listen, you still got a little black book. We are living a single. Yes, we're living the single.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah. All right.
He is a man of God. He is a good man.
I don't even know what a little black book is for real.
Why you got Nicole? Why you got tomatoes, Nicole? Tough crowd, Jesse.
All right, y'all. So we gonna talk about real quick. I know some of y'all, more than half of y'all, probably heard about comedian Corey Holcomb. Yes, we're going here. We're gonna, talk about Black MAGA today. Because they're really a piece of work as a group of people. It's like, a whole bunch of people that kind of have similar views have gotten together, and they go on each other's podcasts and they follow each other on TikTok and Instagram, and and they all get together and just try to bully other Black people. But now they're starting to kind of crack, to me. So we're just going to talk about some of these people. So let's see here. Okay, let's see. All right.
Didn't I tell her what we found out now to be her husband at least 3 times? Hey, man, come get your bitch. Did I say that?
And he tried to, and she did too.
It's on video that she tried to. It's because all that's on video. It's on trial where he tried to pull her away, and the bitch was like, just like you said, I'm glad this is on video. Because this bitch talk about a video where I'm a woman beater, but we gonna see, bitch. I got that bitch out my face. Because I ain't the type of nigga who can let a bitch just be in his face talking crazy. I'm just not that kind of guy. I did everything I could to de-escalate it because this is the second time it happened. But the bitch is acting like, oh, a nigga just did something to her. No, your man was out there. So let me ask you this. Do you remember after everything happened, didn't that bitch say, this what I wanted to happen? Am I lying?
That's the first thing she screamed out, man. It was, everybody looked at her like, what? Like, I was waiting for this to happen. I was like, what?
Okay, that's enough of that trash.
Let me get into it. But
Let's
he
get
didn't
into
have
it.
this same. But he didn't have this same energy for the Anton guy.
Mm-hmm. And if you haven't seen, and I can't stand the stomach to listen to Anton. You know, he's the bane of my existence. Both of these niggas really is, but Anton, I'm not bringing him. I'm not giving him no clout. It's just like, yeah, again, he didn't have none of that energy for none of those. For Anton, it was another guy that I saw he had got into a heated exchange with. But I'm like, you bossing up on black women and you hitting black women and calling them all kind of bees and all of that. What's up with all of that?
Because he
So may I
hates
have the backstory?
women.
May I have the backstory as to what would happen?
Well, it's been a couple of backstories that I've heard. I think they were both at a comedy club and they were working together.
Mhm.
That's what it sounds like.
Oh,
Okay.
comedian. Another
Yeah.
Yeah.
comedian.
So the
Yeah.
Okay,
woman
okay.
is a comedian, and then of course Chris is a comedian as well. Or Corey, rather, excuse me, is a
Corey. Okay.
comedian.
Yeah, Corey is, and the last time we saw him was probably the, 2000s. He's nobody, he keeps showing his anger levels and stuff like that. He keeps screaming and yelling, acting like a damn bitch. To the point where you can tell why we didn't really see him in Hollywood. He didn't really reemerge until he started, becoming Joe Budden and Tasha K of the comedy world. But that's basically, Courtney, did you have anything to add to the backstory of what happened?
Corey is a risk to every woman that he encounters through his speech as well as what he portrayed on that video.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget, I went to see him for the first time live at a comedy show. And that was my first time seeing him. And just in his stand up alone, I knew he does not like women.
And when was that? When was that particular comedy show, Courtney?
2023.
Hmm. Because I know I hadn't heard his name in years. I hadn't seen his face or heard his name in years. Because I'm actually a comedy head. I love a good comedy show like Def Jam, Comic View, all of that. I love all that junk. And so I hadn't heard him in years, and I started hearing him pop back up again when Kamala was running, and he had Josh. I don't know if you know this or if the chat and all knows this, but he's, again, a black MAGA. That's why he's always over there
Yeah,
at.
yeah,
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Now I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, last year,
He's
girl.
one.
That's why I
I
be
don't
See,
follow
on.
him close enough.
Corey Holcomb is, and that's why I was pushing to be careful about judging black men en masse who supported Trump, because you all, in my opinion, see Corey Holcomb as the average black man that supports Trump. No, he's a clown who just. I think he was trolling with that too. I don't think he's a political pundit, man. That could tell you any policy Trump has. He's a troll.
I'm gonna
And I
have
think
to. I'm gonna have to totally disagree, Josh, because from what we've been seeing over, especially over the last 6 months, last year, a lot of these black men that have been, going up for Trump, they're all one and the same to me. And it's like if you ain't hitting women, you verbally assaulting them. You're saying all this nasty shit. Excuse my language, but it's like, if it's not physical, it gets, violent with your words. Or, you
I,
do a lot of underhanded. What was you going to say? Because I don't
I've
think go ahead. Go ahead.
I've known of Corey my whole life. Corey and Patrice O'Neal, who's another black guy, preceded the Kevin Samuels, this movement. As a matter of fact, I have a theory that Kevin Samuels literally stole Patrice O'Neal's act and made millions off of it, but did it more of a self-help than a comedy set, Corey is, and Corey is hilarious, but Corey, I never could really get with him because of it's not in a tongue-in-cheek way.
Yeah, he's too vulgar, is
Courtney,
what you're saying.
yeah, Corey hates women.
Uh-huh.
And
Mhm.
any man, now, y'all know me, I play about with women, stuff like that, but any man that really hates women, bro, you need help, dude. You literally need help. You can't stand women. That's not
But he has
funny.
a mother fracture, clearly.
Oh, yes. Corey has a joke that says the last, and pardon me, Jesse, for this word I'm about to say, the last level of manhood is to
Uh-huh.
realize your mama full of shit. Like, he's speaking out of, sometimes it sounds truth, but it's out of your hurt, bruh.
And
Like,
let me
you
say
need to go
this.
somewhere and heal. Okay.
I'm sorry. Let me
No,
say
you
this.
fine.
I love comedy, and I understand that comedy can be very, very risky or risque. I understand that comedians say anything. They can say anything. They say things that could be very controversial. I get all of that, and I'm with it. Okay. I want comedians to have the liberty and the right to express themselves however, and all of that good stuff. But there is a darkness that is associated with Corey when I hear his
Yes, I agree. I agree.
when I hear his jokes and things of that nature.
Yeah.
He's a sophist. Go ahead, Jesse.
I was just going back to a point that JP made. Is Black MAGA Republican the
Yes.
same thing? They're not.
No,
Not?
They're not.
no.
Black MAGA and Republicans are two
No.
different things.
How so?
I'm
Courtney,
Republican, based on my views, but I'm not MAGA.
if it was another person like what
MAGA
was
is
the
like Trump's fan club.
No,
yeah
MAGA is this conservative movement that wants to
alternative
strip
right?
women of their rights. Yeah, alt right. They want to strip women of their rights. They want to go back to a heyday where patriarchy was the theme of the day, if you will. Who
Mm-hmm.
happens to be blanketed in this Trumpian government, if you will.
Right. And they're a lot of times they're not fully educated on the bullshit that they back up.
Amen.
They basically just go around here, because we're gonna get into some other people too. I want to play one more clip about Corey, but there's some more people I'm gonna roast and gag tonight, of course. But with a lot of these people, it's like you're not educated in the things that you talk about. You heard this from whatever pamphlet you were giving out. You sound like a sovereign citizen, to be exact. If y'all don't know what a sovereign citizen, go look it up.
Hey,
You'll go into a black hole for a whole month looking up sovereign
hey.
citizen. I
Because I
love it.
did.
Yeah, I
I'm
did
like,
too.
what's the sovereign
No
And I
citizen?
just
taxes,
A
no water,
clown. That's a
the
sovereign
clowns,
citizen.
straight
I'm
clowns.
Clown.
speaking on the behalf of the trust of Jesse J. Blige. I'm not. I'm representing the trust of Jesse J. Blige. But so they pick up a lot of things from each other and they try to make each other sound smart. But then when you come back and you try to,
So dumb.
when you come and you try to challenge that question, the arguments a lot of times get very violent because they don't have nowhere else to go.
Nowhere.
They don't have I can't twist, none of that. And so that's where Trump gets a lot of his support from. These aren't, at least we can say, we can say a lot of things about people that support your Mitt Romneys and your George Bushes and your Jeb Bushes and all the old school. Yeah, it's you can say certain things about those people, but at least they had a certain level of class that they
Yes.
would not have came out and done the things that
No.
we saw this weekend in regards to, what was posted on Twitter. We're not going to go too far into that because I feel like most of us should know that by now, especially if you're watching me. We should all know what happened with Donald Trump and what he tweeted out and, all the back and forth saying, I didn't say that and woo, 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 woo. Whoop-de-doo. We don't care. It's because we knew that was to be expected. That's how far we've gone with this president. Let's see here. I'm gonna play because Corey has come back out. I thought I had that clip. Hold
So,
on.
question, Jesse.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Was the woman assaulted him first, or Jasmine in his face, talking crap?
From the video, because it's a surveillance video. So what I could
Okay.
see on video, it looks like he did assault her first.
He's talking
And he
about,
mentioned
I
her-
just mushed her. He said, I
And he
just
mentioned-
mushed her.
And he mentioned her husband was there.
Yes, because the husband,
Okay.
when he did that, the husband jumped in and started fighting
Okay.
him.
And if y'all counsel me, it is what it is. But here go me. Here I go. Ladies, when your man who you trust, don't start out, Courtney. No, not out yet. When your man who you trust and have vowed to be with ask you to keep quiet or ask you to come over here, guess what that means? He's keeping you from this idiot right here. And ladies, never let your mouth put your man in a case where he gets hurt behind you. That ain't fair. All right? I know women in my family who got all the mouth, but they man got to do all the clean up behind that. And men have been killed behind it. And Courtney premised by saying he is a risk to black women. So why are you over there?
But at the
Both of
same
y'all wrong.
time, Josh, grown funky ass men need to learn how to get motherfucking
You're
control
right.
over their goddamn
Both are
emotions,
right.
especially if you a black man. We don't got time to be playing around, especially nowadays. You need to, if you don't have control over your own goddamn emotions, I don't give a damn what nobody say. It can be a black woman, it can be a goddamn anybody. Get your damn emotions, and if you're not physically being threatened, let people say what they gonna say.
He had him under control. He had him under control with Anton.
And that's my point.
Then.
How many women have been unalived by these simp men for not giving them their numbers? I don't care about the men right there, bruh. Ladies, I'm telling you advice that might sound uncomfortable to keep you safe. Especially when you're with your man. I know 2 cases in Macon alone where dudes got killed behind a woman's mouth. And I know countless cases over the news with women who doing the most with these clown behind men. A lot of these men aren't gentlemen like Jesse and I. Okay, you got a chick. That ain't fair, bruh.
Yeah,
to yourself or to your man. So please, when these dudes right here show you who they are, hey, believe them, man. Back up. Hey, you got it, baby. You got it, bro.
And I get what, and I want to, and I'm not trying to buffer Josh's words or anything like that.
You fine. Go ahead.
You know what he's saying is, ladies, because it's mostly women in this chat. Definitely protect your peace and let the Lord fight your battle. Get the hell up out of these situations. If it get heated, this ain't the time. Everybody mentally ill around this motherfucker, except me.
Come on, bro.
I go to the
therapy.
On, bro. But no, there's a lot of illness running around here, and we do have to be serious about our safety. If things are getting heated, you can't talk it out. Don't walk it out. Don't do none of that. Don't DJ Onky. Walk it out.
Hey, walk it out.
Oh, listen. That was the song back in the day. Rest in peace to DJ But okay, so I want to... We're going to keep going, actually, because we not done with the conversation. We're just going to watch a video real quick. So hold your thought, and we're going to come right back to that. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Oh, Lord. Oh, Josh, I think you was away when I had shouted. Did you want to shout? You don't got no social media, do you?
No. Just Jay Laser on Reddit and on
Reddit.
YouTube's. Yeah, I post all my essays and stuff.
You old when you said YouTube's plural.
I said YouTube. It's on the YouTube's.
All right, I'm about to play this, y'all. Hold on.
I'm a comedian, so I try to be funny, but this is the truth. I have never punched a woman in my life.
I know you're fired up. I'm sorry this is happening to you. And for the feminist women that don't know and understand, she is not no victim. She is not no victim. Like, this woman is a thug. Like, she is out of pocket with her mouth.
I just want to put that out there because There's a lot of people who don't know me, and I want to be able to say that for myself. And I thank God I have a platform to say that for myself, because I am going to talk about why this stuff is happening to me, how unfair it is for a conglomerate in media such as TMZ to launch this type of attack against a comedian with a YouTube page.
You put your hands on a female, bro. What you expect?
They tried to cancel him.
He put his hands on a female. What do he expect?
See,
There
and
is
that's
no case for that. None. Control yourself, bro. You're a grown
Hold
behind
on,
man.
and let me say this too. Corey also admitted that what he had done was considered assault. He said that out of his own mouth.
You raised your number one. The line for me is don't even fake at a woman, bruh. That's the line right there. But you put your hands on her. I don't care if she's chirping. You are the man. You are the alpha dude. Walk away, bruh. Control your doggone emotions, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah. You know,
Now
and
you backpedaling.
Courtney, did you have anything else to add to that?
No.
My thing is, you know, as a black man in America, you know, living a black life experience, I noticed that a lot of our black men, there's a big problem with accountability. And they always find refuge in places that they have no business being in spaces that they have no business being in. You always find yourself amongst the MAGAs of the world, you in that collective, because you know you are not going to ever face accountability there. You find yourself in a room full of pick me ass hoes that ain't never. They gonna always tell you in the right. They always gonna judge the other woman because that's what they're on. That's just their life. That's just the way they get down. You always find yourself in the middle of a troubling situation, because you know that you can always find refuge in a place where you don't have to take accountability. And that's scary. And that's the part that I'm saying about Black MAGA. Yeah, that, you know, that's where, you know, a lot of these guys have commonalities there because they know they can hold each other irresponsibly, you know, to, you know, until it kind of turns on, until they turn on each other. You know what I'm saying? So
I
how
don't
y'all feel about that?
None of that. No, sir.
You don't
No,
think
sir.
black men? You don't think black men
No.
have a problem with accountability in this country?
Okay,
Now,
I'm
be for
sorry.
real,
Yes.
Josh.
Okay. I'm sorry. That first part, you spot on. You spot on. Everything else, no. So when we say black men here, let's be specific. Are they raised by men? Have they gone through the school of manhood by responsible men, or are
I'm
they
seeing
these people?
niggas with daddies in the household. If the daddy ain't shit and hitting on nothing, shit, it's in my damn family.
Where do we run though to, you say, to skip accountability from where? To a racist system? No. Now, what accountability looks like, I believe, is different. But bro, you can't go to a conservative family values party and have babies out of wedlock and be somebody. You can't go there and beat on your wife. Well, probably can now, and be accepted. I don't know where we can go.
Wait, what you mean?
What
you
you
know
mean?
how many men? What do you mean? Let me ask you that first. Let me get some clarity.
What part?
What do you mean?
What part?
Because
you can't beat your. Go ahead.
Because to me, that and this is the difference between MAGA, a black MAGA, and a black conservative. And the lines are blurred because a lot of them have transferred from being regular Republicans to being MAGA. But these new people, what the hell is Nicki Minaj? This goofy ass silly hoe.
That's
What
called survival.
what is she? But she's the mascot. She's the figurehead of Black MAGA.
She's surviving. That's that. You know what? She's wrong. She's a clown. But I don't want to hear from these women and men out here who would do the same exact thing for a lot less. That's what's on my nerve right now, more than her. These people who now Jesse, I believe Jesse stand on his square about this, but there are other men and women who would do way more for a lot less, who now have think pieces about her. I can't stand hypocrisy.
Oh no, because I can't stand her. I never liked her no ways in the first place because I have discernment. But okay, back to the accountability. So what were you saying about accountability?
What's
Right,
Courtney
but I
saying?
was trying to understand what Josh was saying as far as you can't beat your woman and then be accepted where?
I was saying, I was using for example, there are some men, unfortunately, in our culture who think, slapping your woman is par for the course. But there are some groups who see that as animalistic behavior. So
Right.
my point is, we can't take ourselves everywhere or in certain spaces and not be held accountable, because a lot of our ways, a lot of our cultural norms is foreign to these people. So I don't agree with Jesse what he said about that
No,
black men
men are
escape.
not being held accountable.
They're not,
They're not.
it's
Where?
What does
because
that
it's
mean, Courtney?
okay.
What does that mean?
Let me give it to you like this. So y'all don't know that I worked for the schools for about a year and a half, and then even before that, my mom, she's been a school administrator or just in the school system for almost 30 years now. So I know all the stories. I was effective. When I was there, I had just moved. No, I had quit because I had moved to the Detroit area. That was my last job before I had moved. But anyways, so that was the biggest issue that was there. And I'm not saying that all black men have problems with accountability, but it starts in these elementary, middle, and high schools where these mothers, they come, and you know this, Josh, the mother will come up there to the teacher and cuss the teacher the hell out because of a bad ass shot.
Yeah,
And I had it to me,
that's a certain
as a
sect, though.
staff. But it's so prevalent in our community, and it's not being talked about.
Jesse, it's Jesse, and you all thought it was crazy, Courtney particularly, when I says there has to be a separation in the black community. Jesse, that is not prevalent in our culture. That is prevalent in a part of our culture. I don't know that woman that will go to the school and curse the teacher out, even if she's dead wrong. I don't know that woman. And I'm not some bourgeois, hostility person. I'm an average middle class Joe, okay? My friends aren't those people. And so if we are saying that black men are not held accountable because our mothers or XYZ, then say this. There is a certain part of black men who aren't held accountable. Now, I tend to feel that black men in general, based on the numbers, are allowed to get away with murder. We have babies out of wedlock. We are playing with our women and leaving them high and dry.
That's
We
what I'm
aren't,
saying.
Go ahead, Jesse.
But that's what I'm saying, because it starts in
But
childhood. Go ahead, Courtney.
but there are preachers that are abusing physically their wife,
So you're saying it's a norm?
and they're
That's
not
that's a
held
norm?
accountable.
Courtney,
Somebody
what
knows.
church, Courtney, what's this, 1940s? What church in the
No,
last
it's
20
what's
years can slap their wife around and she tells and the
what
church still stand behind them?
what's the
Give me
girl
one.
down
Are
there?
you
Priscilla
kidding me?
Hillard. That was just within the last year, Josh.
That was,
Now, that's
she even
alleged. We
said,
don't
she
know.
even said she failed. I'm saying the woman saying, hey, I am being abused. Please
We
help me.
see it on social media all the time, and the
That
people
guy
gonna
down there in
continue to go to.
Alabama, that just happened within, that was what, this year, 2026. It's going
People are going to
on.
continue to go to the church as if nothing has happened.
That's
Some of
not your
No,
us
average black
turn,
man, though.
some of us turn a blind eye and a deaf ear when it comes to abuse, especially by black men.
That's
I'm sorry. There
Courtney.
is no.
Courtney, that's
I
power,
don't
though.
see. I don't see too many black men standing up and saying, "Hey, this is not right. Stop it," to their friend who is abusing their woman.
Courtney, that power, okay? Those are people of power. So, and we see that a lot in politicians and
Mhm.
CEO and executives etc., in movie stars, athletes, etc. I'm saying the average black guy, Courtney, I cannot find out that you hit your wife,
But
and we were
Josh, that is
and we were
you.
feeling. No, not me. Everyone I know have them sentiments. We aren't touching kids around here. No, sir. We'll kill you behind that. We aren't around here being our wives. Now, someone might be killing wives, but bro, you ain't hitting her. You ain't, we aren't at a cookout and you calling her all kind of bees and hoes and stuff like that around us.
Let me
No, sir.
say this. And I thank the Lord. I have never experienced physical abuse. I'm grateful to God for that. But I have witnessed with my own two eyes a pastor rough up his wife in front of me, and
I'm
she
sorry.
screams
Wow.
out, and she asked me to call the police.
Wow.
He has yet to be checked, and people knew because she told it.
Wow.
So I'm not talking about something I heard. I'm talking about what I have experienced and I know.
So I'm asking you
And
now,
while it's
is that the
not
norm, though?
everybody, and let me preface by saying this, while it's not everybody, it is very existent in our community. And nobody is checking these men, and people are still going to the church like nothing has happened, knowing that their pastor is abusive to his wife.
So Courtney, I'm asking you, please give me a number if you don't mind. In your estimation, in all of black culture, whether it's a church or whether it's secular, is that the norm, you think? That most of us turn a blind eye to our women being abused physically?
I'm going to counter by asking you a question. How many times have you heard a man say that, just the average person, that they have seen men beat their women and they didn't jump in because the woman going to go back to the man? Or
Now, yes. And I have experience with that right there alone myself. So I don't count that. I'm counting a
you
woman
don't
saying,
count it. It all
I'll tell
counts.
you why. Because at the end of the day, survival is my first priority, okay? If I know that you're going to jump on me for helping you, hey, the hell, both of y'all, okay? I'm leaving. I had an aunt,
Oh,
aunt
man.
Courtney. I had an aunt, Courtney, who was getting her head, she had a younger dude, okay? Was getting her head kicked in. My cousin, who is in Phoenix, Arizona, found out, came home and drugged him. Guess who called the cops on him? Guess.
The woman. I
The
get
woman. Now, I'm not including those, Courtney, to be fair. What I'm saying is just a general, hey, please help me. I'm sorry. I don't know black men or women who will turn a blind eye. I don't.
You just said you would.
No. Courtney, what I'm saying is, if the woman is saying, please help me, like I need your help, he's hurting me, not this, it's this love of spat, and then when I help you, now you turn on me, not that.
Okay, can we agree to this? Grown men, because this is what it goes back to for me, regardless of who does what. At the end of the day, grown men need to be accountable for their actions. You shouldn't be putting your hands. And I would say this about a woman also, if she's being physically violent, because women can be physically violent.
Yes.
Everybody needs to keep their goddamn hands to
themselves.
Amen.
That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. And give me one more moment. What I want to say to Josh is, you do not have to bear the responsibility of no goddamn body. You don't have to bear the responsibility as a black man, because I get it. Sometimes you feel some type of way when you hear those type of things, because it's like, I'm not a part of that number. I'm not my friends are not a part of that number. But even though we're not a part of that collective, we still have to consider that these things do go on, because especially being here in Detroit, last night they found a black woman, in a box right around the corner from Perfecting Chateau on Woodward and 7 Mile Trail. So, it's like, these things are happening to our women out here. I don't know if it was, who did what do but we do have to recognize that there has been a lot of problems with violence in this country when it comes down to, relations between black men and black women. And what, at the end of the day, what Corey Holcomb did could be triggering to a lot of black women because they might have experienced that. They don't necessarily have to always come out and report that. They don't have to always come out and do a big old social media thing about it. But we do have to be conscious about that, even though it might be a little apprehensive to hear that. That'll make if you are upside up. Go ahead, Josh. Go ahead.
It's not that I'm apprehensive about it. And I thank you for saying that I don't have to bear responsibility. I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is I want, and please hear my heart, okay, on this right here. I want the relationship between the black man and the black woman to be better. And a lot of times I'm seeing that people internalize other people's trauma. If you are a person who experiences, I'm not referring to you right here. But when you keep seeing these movies that always put black men as the abuser, always putting black men in the bad light, what happens is you turn on us, and we need you. When you see these soft behind men telling you it's okay to put your hands on a woman because she's in your face, or that it's okay to cheat on your girl, or okay to, give up baby and leave her, then what happens is you dehumanize in your brain the black woman. I stand up solely for there is an army out here that's still saying, no, that crap is not normal. Because watch this. Most of us have heard the stories from our own fathers and grandfathers and uncles and vowed to ourselves to never be that. And so we're doing the work. It's hard work. It's hard work to rebuild yourself. For me to just sit there and be quiet and say, yeah, that's normal. No, it's not the norm. And it should not be treated as norm.
But my thing is this. The thing of it is we do not have enough black men out here championing, I can't even say it right, and rooting for us and letting us know. And because the red pill community and these goofballs are the loudest.
Because I've been watching, I don't know why, but all of a sudden I've been watching a lot of Kendra G. Ooh, that's my new thing now. I'm like, ooh, but and it's not just the men. These heifers. I'm like, God damn, I didn't know y'all was that brain ride. I didn't know that all that was going on. But but you also see a lot of men come on, and a lot of times these are the highlight reels. So this ain't everybody, of course. But you see men and women, and it's like, y'all, why is there so many people saying all this bull crap? All this bull crap.
I think it goes.
I want to speak to the red pill community. I'm not an offender. I don't understand incels, bro. We all been cheated on. We all been whatever. Okay, get on the chin, get therapy, heal, move on. Okay, but I will say this right here: a lot of the red pill community have, from what I'm hearing, have put their faith in women or held up to a high standard, only to be disappointed, and now they are just simply, hey, the hell with all y'all. And then Courtney's point about black men speaking out or rooting for black women. Courtney, most of us are married to black women. Most of us every day come home to a black woman. Most of us, and this point was brought up on Sean Talk's chat a while back. Most of us are doing the work through our everyday interactions, through raising our sons, through teaching our daughters what to expect. That's why, Courtney, you're seeing from the 1940s, the boomer generation, to now a decrease in that violence, a decrease in that behavior. Because why? We're doing the work every day, albeit not on a podcast or on a social media, but through our actions, through our examples.
But my point is, it's still too many, and it's not everybody. I know it's not the crack era.
It's one too many, though. One too many.
Yeah, it's not the 70s where people just waking up and punch, and all that. We don't, I know that, but it's, it's still too many women being killed or, murdered or whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
It's one too many. Like you
I
said,
agree.
it's one too many, and I want and you just said something that about the incels and everything, or just the general community. Again, we have to go get help. If you hear one of your cousins now or one of your little friends are carrying on, they start doing all that sovereign citizen talk, all that crazy mess, that is a cry for help. Because what are you listening to? You need to go talk to them, and there's only so much you can do, and being isolated from the situation. The only thing you can do is suggest certain things. You can't force nobody to do nothing. But we need to stop normalizing it. Conversations and saying, oh no, you man up, and all of that, or go pray it away, or whatever we're saying. We need to have these conversations, bro. You need to go get some help. You need to go check yourself in somewhere, because you're a threat to yourself.
Some men, let me say that,
no.
don't even go to the doctor.
A lot of men don't
go to a therapist. And let me say this. Hold on. And let me say this. Let's be clear so that I won't be taken the wrong way. I love Black men. Hear me loud and clear. I love Black men. But I want them to love us back. I want both parties to come together, because Black women are not perfect either, But it, especially when Kamala ran, that showed me a lot.
There you go.
You don't like it. You have your Judge Joe Browns. These clowns are louder than the men that's standing up and making a difference. I'm gonna be
Isn't
honest.
that America though, Courtney? Isn't that America where the conservatives and the far liberals, a lot of they're all of us, but I don't want us to fall for it. That's how all of us feel. During 2020, you would have thought Blacks hate whites and were killing each other, on sight. Mm-hmm. Go outside to the store. Go to the park, and you'll see that wasn't the case. They're loud because we feed that, we entertain that. For every Jason Wilson on Instagram, on YouTube, who's a noble, upright Black man, mm-hmm. for every follower he gets, Kevin Samuels had 25 followers. He's louder.
And that's another thing. And he was sitting up there and rating women, and then next thing you know, here's a slew of men talking about, oh, she a 5, oh, she a 6. Oh, come on.
When half of them niggas, I'm like, you ain't even one on a good day. Let's be very clear. And who else is the
it was the Black women that was being rated. I didn't see white women being rated.
Y'all rate us. What are you talking about? Y'all rate us.
I'm not going around talking about, oh, he a shot, he a 10. That's lame.
No.
That's real cornball.
Y'all are rated on your looks. We're rated on our provision and resources.
That is
correct. I remember one time I went to the to the urgent care with my son. She was fine too. And I'm trying to flirt with her a little bit. She outright told me, "You aren't." I don't, bro. I promise you, I don't. You aren't in my tax bracket. I had on some hooping shorts and some slides and a polo hoodie. I said, "All right. What do you do?" And she listed some job. I said, "Okay, well, you're right. I'm not."
She said that
to you? More in taxes that she make a year. Okay, lady, be quiet. Okay, chick.
She said that to you?
Oh, yes.
Who said that? She a clown Courtney, for saying that.
Courtney, you are a upright, stellar woman. Now, once again, that was her right, okay? No, she had to be rude about it, but that was her right. Maybe she did.
But who says that? You're not in my tax bracket.
Well, that's that hood rat mentality, and on the other side with the men, it's just
the craziness I'm talking about. On the other side with women, we gotta get that together.
Yeah, so hood rat, hood turtle. Yeah, Yeah,
She from
yeah.
Detroit too. She told me.
Oh,
Oh,
you heard
listen, bro. First of all, let me explain something to you right now, Josh.
Hey
You know,
JP, how you doing, JP?
there ain't no JP going on right now. Okay, don't try to use that woman to play coy. Okay, right now, that's not what's going on. Let me explain something to you real quick.
don't know nobody
Detroit
else.
women will, she had every right to chew you up and spit you out because she a
Lady,
Detroit
boy,
woman.
I paid more in
They don't
taxes than she
play.
made a year, man.
Well,
Look
she
at that
don't,
size
but
of
she'll
woman.
whoop your ass. She will whoop
Hey,
your ass.
hey, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. You straight thug.
Let's
You ain't
be
lying, bro.
very, yep, a thug in the
You ain't
dress. Let's be
lying.
very clear. Let's go here
Straight
real quick.
gangster.
Oh no,
There you
I
go.
can't say.
Come on, preacher.
Walking
Tell us about it.
in, I was looking for something on my phone, and a text came in, and I saw this image on the text. Put the image on the screen. Just see that image right there. And when I first looked at the phone, I guess it was the way the light was shining. I looked at it and I said, "So, what are the Obamas laughing at?" And
Oh
then,
wow.
so I texted the guy. I said, "What is this?" Because I had not seen anything. I was at church Thursday night, and then in a meeting after service, and then had to go somewhere. I had to go to Cary to take care of some business. Got home late, and I went to bed and went to sleep because I need to be back up here Friday. So then when I saw this still photograph and I looked closer, then I saw that it was a meme with the face of former First Lady Michelle Obama and former President Barack Obama. And this was on Truth Social. And when I saw it, my immediate response was, and my thought was, that this is reprehensible and it's not called for. There is no place for this. Now, this is
We the people just want to know for one moment, but we the people just really want to know because Bishop Wooten is my the vein of my existence. We just want to know why is your word so minced and so chewed up, so
Come on,
nice and
Jesse. That
tight, and
part, Jesse.
it sounds like you
That
just
part,
read some
Jesse.
Chat
Exactly.
GP, some
Come on, bro.
Chat GP bitch, assness.
here's what I do find interesting. When they send it to me, and several people reached out to me to comment on it. Now, I must admit, because I'm just human, right? I'm just a human being. I'm not, hey, Gabe, you know what? We got to see each other. I got everything. I live at home.
Distractions.
I
You
can't
got to follow
stand
me.
it.
Look, say amen for my brothers. Amen.
Just
Now,
totally
back
making
when
light of the
I'm saying I'm
situation.
a human being, and my first thought, Dr. Watford, my first thought, Dr. McKinney was, now when they put memes out on me and had me in a
Oh,
dress, nobody sent me a text then.
how is that the same?
And I got memes for standing for holiness.
Oh my God. Okay, Gene.
I didn't get a call
Hey,
from
Jesse, just
any
just please.
lady,
We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going.
evangelist, missionary, supervisor, you name it. I'm talking about outside of the house. Outside of the house. Not in the house. Outside of the house. None of them said anything to me. When the man called me a pulpit pimp, y'all remember that? I ain't heard from anyone. I mean, I've been called a lot of
Yeah, and
names
you
lately.
also a marked
A wolf
ass
in sheep
nigga.
clothing.
And you a marked ass
Pulpit
nigga.
pimp.
You
No,
a
let me say it
coon.
right. Pulpit pimp. And then they did the meme of me in a dress. Now, I would make an ugly woman.
Get
And
to the
you a
point,
ugly
Woody.
man.
And to be honest with
That
you,
part.
when I saw the meme of me in the dress, I didn't feel disrespected. It was disrespectful. It was meant to disrespect me. I didn't feel made fun of, although they meant to make fun of me. I laughed. I thought it was funny
We're not.
because I thought to myself, if that's the best you got, if that's the best that you can do, then you've just made my point for me. And my assumption would be, I don't know, but my assumption would be that when the Obamas, not me, Because when I saw this, I felt about this the way you felt when those clowns put me in a dress. You were offended, as you should have been. And probably if you could have got your hands on them, you might, might have blood on your hand.
Get to the point.
So, but when I saw it, I laughed. I hope when the Obamas saw this, that they laughed.
That's
but it
enough.
wasn't funny to me.
We've heard it.
I said that I can't.
If you are interested in hearing a bunch of more lives, please go over to the Upper Room, Church of God in Christ Facebook or YouTube page, where you can go support a bunch of bullshit. Y'all go ahead and let have.
Did he say I laughed and I hope that they laughed, but I didn't laugh? Oh, did he say that?
Courtney. I don't know what he was trying to say, but he double talked through that whole thing. I want to say this right here. I did not like the meme of Bishop Wooden being in the dress. That offended me.
Yeah, no,
okay?
I didn't either.
That was too far. He's a upright man in the Lord's church. Okay, that's too far. Right.
He may be right.
However,
not upright.
to put this dress meme in the same category as putting our black president, his wife, as a monkey, bro, bump you, dude. And then secondly, real quick, Jesse, Bishop Wooden, if you and Amanchuku ever see this right here, I will love, okay, to have you on my platform, all right?
His platform, because you're not coming up over here. You're not coming up over here. Don't worry about it. You can cuss me out all you want to. You're not coming up over here because all you're going to get is a cuss out. So please go see Josh Eleazar. Go see bruh over there at his page. I'm gonna put him big and bad in the middle.
I'm a Southern gentleman and a churchman, okay? I would be respectful. Even give you the last words. But sir, you have been, and I promise you, I don't use these words lightly, an embarrassment to the black community, an embarrassment to the church. And this right here, to see you stumble and fumble through it while your leader got to the point and said this crap is BS, sir, you are an embarrassment. Thank you, Jesse.
Courtney, any words?
Josh said everything that needed to be said.
Chat, I meant upright as far as he's not a man out here, sleeping around his wife, bothering,
We don't know that to be true.
Or we haven't heard about it, okay? I promise you, knowing him and how he's controversial, if anyone had that, it'd be out by now. I'm positive of that.
What makes him non-upright is things like this. He has yet to respond appropriately to things that affect and impact other people's lives. He's calling women two-bit hoes and all of this.
Come on, Courtney.
So, no, that takes away the uprightness. Now, he may be right side up, but upright, no. Because he doesn't walk in love.
And see, this is the point that I was getting to the whole night about black men and this whole accountability thing, because how narcissistic of you to think that you are ever on a solar level of a Barack and a Michelle Obama. Your wife got up there at the Holy National Convocation trying to do these little 2-bit exercises when Michelle Obama ran a whole campaign on better food education. You could never be a Barack Obama. How dare you compare yourself to Barack Hussein Obama? You're a nobody. You're a nobody preacher down there in North Carolina, and you need to stay in your goddamn place. And one more thing about it, you niggas up in this pulpit, y'all can't have the best of both worlds. You can't sit there and decide that you want to be a political preacher one day, and then you turn around and you pussyfoot around the real issues when it comes down to racism.
Come on, Jesse.
You need to pick a side. But see, the problem is, again, like I said before tonight, y'all sit y'all ass up there. Y'all only repeat what you can hear. You don't even have the critical critical thinking skills nor the education to ever get your ass on any goddamn Christian platform and endorse any goddamn body. You just don't have it. Okay, so quit getting up here talking about Trump, and because what's really annoying is how you will back it up with Jesus. This is Jesus's man, because you're making Jesus out to be a liar. Jesus is not in nobody's Donald Trump. Now, what you can say is, if you feel this way, because I know some people feel this way, they feel like Trump is a part of God's plan.
Yes, they do.
They do, yeah, because they love chaos. I'm like, I don't get it. Hey, I don't think God likes chaos. Actually, I think he's, the Antichrist person.
Now, Josh thinks differently on that, but go ahead.
Josh will speak for himself. For the chat, tell me a new one. Go ahead, Jesse.
But if you don't have the education, because Earl Carter is another one. If you don't have the education or the wherewithal about the political system, quit getting up here talking about it, because you are a distraction and you're annoying. Let the people that God put in position to be in politics, let them do their job, and you worry about pastoring. You need to be a leader in the community about things that you can control, not everything that's going on in the world. It's too many of y'all running around here trying to run in and out of circles that y'all know nothing about. We see it here on YouTube, and we see it there in the pulpit all the time. Y'all always sitting up here, you know every goddamn thing. You an accountant, you a lawyer, you a politician, you a physician. You know every goddamn thing. You tell these people, don't go to no psychiatrist because Jesus got you. No, why they about to go and blow up the whole goddamn world? So no, you need to PYP, play your position, Patrick Wooden. Quit playing around. People's lives is at stake. Get your ass somewhere and sit down. If you can't be effective in 2026, sit your ass down somewhere. Why won't you give your church to that old ugly ass son-in-law of yours?
Jesse, what is he? Jesse, is he a boomer or a millennial? Just curious.
Who, Wooden?
Yes, Wooden. Is he a boomer or millennial?
Boomer.
I'm curious about that.
He's a big old boomer. He's a big boomer.
You know he a boomer.
I was being funny to you, Courtney. Yeah, I've been funny to Courtney from last night. He proves our point, Courtney. He proves our point.
I don't really watch his program. I don't really go over there watching his program. No, I don't. But I went over there for, to watch this because I heard, the people was going off about it. And, I'm looking around. I'm like, ain't nobody up in that damn church. You got the whole church sitting up in the pulpit, nigga. Ain't nobody going over there listening to that bullshit.
I'm
sorry, y'all, for going off.
No, you fine. That was good, bro. I sent a video to Courtney, but I had skipped around it. That really now have my nervous system like on edge right now. That bothered me so bad. Him and Torrey really bothered me. This was a home run, right? Okay, all you had to do was simply do what's right, say it was wrong, at the very least. And you fumbled this, bruh. Now I see your heart. See. So, chat, as a preacher, I was defensive of Bishop Wooden, okay?
Yep.
But now I see your heart, bruh. Your heart is exposed now.
And, I had been saying this for a while. Him and old boy, they're anti-black. I don't know what the whole parade around is about being anti-black. I don't know what benefits them for being this way. But every time I look at your page, if you're not being homophobic or whatever you want to be, or anti-gay, whatever you want to call it, because you might not be scared of gay people. I don't really care about the terminology. But if you're not doing that, then you're saying something that's anti-black. And that's very concerning, considering how much, not only politically, but just solely overall, how much the black church has been for the Black community. This is what we have to, because I say this all the time. It's like, we have to be conscious for us being out here in the secular world and us being just parishioners or whatever we are. We have to be conscious about how we talk about the Black church, because these are the places that we have our funerals. When your grandma and them die, when your mama and them die, that's where you having the funeral. So no, we cannot get rid of the Black church. No, I'm not going to come on here every time it's a scandal, because that's not my objective in life. I don't want to see the Black. I might not go every week. I don't even know the last time I went to church. I ain't gonna hold you, because they've been pissing me off. But back to my point, I don't want to see the Black church go nowhere. But we, on both sides, we are going to have to do better. And these damn preachers and pastors in these pulpits, y'all gonna have to get some better talking points going on. You shouldn't need it again. There's no way in hell that you are going to be effective if every week you getting up here and you making talking points on white evangelicalism. Oh, is that even a word?
Tarsha Global, yeah, you correct. And that right there was the start for me. When you dehumanize this woman, I don't care if you was referring to him or her, you still inadvertently called her a whore or alluded to her being dressed as a whore. So missing with that, I didn't call her that. Yes, you did. Okay, yes, you did. So Dr. Carrie Bryant was the genesis for me of saying, nah, bro, you really have an issue. This is beyond just, general church rhetoric or general whatever. You have a personal issue.
But and it goes back to anti-Black, Blackness or whatever you want to call it. But this goes back to I'm glad you brought up the whole, I didn't say she was a $2 hoe. I said she dressed like a $2 hoe. But this goes back to my accountability thing that I've been talking about all night, because when that whole breakdown went, whatever that story happened or whatever, I was sitting there arguing with Black women, going back and forth, talking about rhetoric and language and linguistics. I can't talk to that. But we're going back about idioms and metaphors and all of this and that. I don't care what you implied that woman was a $2 hoe, and you ain't gonna tell me nothing about it. But if I'm arguing with Black women about a Patrick Wooten, I'm like, wait, what we doing here? You supposed to be standing up for Black women.
Exactly.
But I'm like, a lot of women are out here being I thought Josh had got mad and was trying to
You thought he got mad and dropped that?
We thought Josh was, getting mad because I was talking about accountability. But I'm going on the women. I've been talking about the women. We have a lot of women going around here being these pick-me's, and y'all sit up here and I'm arguing with a Black woman, but that's what they is. That's what they is. They been pick me. It's a woman that loves patriarchy. It's a woman that loves patriarchy and that wants to be picked by men, and they hate other women, and because they look at them as competition. Those are those type of women, and you see it all the time. Them are the type of women that be going around. Oh, that's my brother. You can't date him. That's my brother. Girl, is you screwing him or something?
Jesse, I've seen women call women that are equally submissive to their husband and vice versa, the husband to the wife, or love to cater to their man as pick-me's. Like,
no, hold on. So let me give you an example. Cam Newton's baby mama, when she got on a podcast and said she loved to cater to Cam. Meanwhile, back at the ranch was all right, fine. Meanwhile, he's out here embarrassing the mess out of her.
And then on the other side of that, you got men going around here with all this simp stuff. Simp, you a simp, you a simp. So it works both ways.
Both ways.
It works both ways. But if you being a pick me, if you going around here defending a man that's using abusive language and harsh and nasty and vile language to black women, I can't respect you as a black woman. You don't get my respect. You don't get my respect if you going around here defending abusive language like that, and you arguing with me at 6 o'clock in the morning on threads about what what was said versus what was implied. What you implied was.
None of that needs to be said. It don't even matter.
Especially over the pulpit. Go take your ass somewhere and go do you a little. Well, they got a podcast. Go do that. He
need his own podcast.
He got
people on hot topics from the pulpit.
Exactly.
Go get a podcast.
And that has no business. You talking about another person of the cloth, another black person of the cloth. You talking about them all bad and talking down on them and all of that.
Josh, I know you ain't still in traffic. If you still in traffic,
you
need to reconsider where you work.
Just pull up to the house and the Wi-Fi connected. It threw me off.
I'm totally teasing.
And get off of that Boost Mobile Wi-Fi, Get off of there. Move.
I got one last comment if you don't mind. I gotta go, Jesse.
Go ahead.
I all of this, including with Corey Holcomb, and who may see this, let's be more intentional with our words, be clear, be more defined with language we use. Let's be more intentional with how we handle our women. Above all, part of being a man restraint. You have to have restraint. And I hope to God that Corey Holcomb is held accountable for this and learn from this.
All right. Well, was those your final words, Josh?
He probably still talking.
Josh? Lord have mercy. Jesus went to Calvary. Courtney, we're gonna wrap up here. That was like the two biggest things. Did you have any more? Did you have a final word for tonight? Oh Lord, y'all got me charged up. Jesus.
So, first of all, it's always a pleasure, as always, to be on this panel with you guys, with you and Josh. Shout out to my cousin Candace. I didn't get to say my hellos appropriately. Hello, Tarsha. Hello, Sean. Hello, JP. Hello, everyone in the chat. I don't want to miss anybody. Ultimately, and no, Corey did not apologize. And we didn't expect that from him, because that's too much like right. But nonetheless, I think everyone needs some level of accountability. Women need some level of accountability. Men need some level of accountability. Everybody needs to be accountable. At the end of the day, I love black men, and I hope y'all don't think anything different. I just want us as a community, I want us to do better. That's why I admire Black Love, because I really want to see our community really rally around each other. Black men really rallying around Black women, and Black women really rallying around Black men.
Mm-hmm.
And I pray that we will get to that place before Jesus returns. And that's a place where we used to be before we were taken, stripped away from our native land. So that's all I have.
Amen. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. On a serious note, is the reason why I have a lot of conversations geared towards the Black community is because I am a product of the Black community, and I still live in the Black community, and everything that I do is Black. So I want to. I think about this all the time. When I'm 80, so that'll be 2074. When I'm 80,
Put up Josh's. He put his last words up.
yeah, because we're gonna have to start recording this, man. Because good God Almighty, he's a man about town. Final words. Let me go here. Man, let's be more intentional with our words, with our language. Be defined and clear. Also, being a man is having restraint and composure, physical and emotional. Thank you, Jessie. Thank you, Josh, for coming up, of course. And thank you again, Courtney. But again, back to what I was saying. I think about this. When I'm 80 in 2074, if God be willing that I get there, I want to be able to see little Black kids that look like me. I want to be able to go to restaurants because I'm not going to be cooking at that time. I want to be able to go get my little macaroni and cheese and collard greens and stuff. But we can only do that if the Black community is still existing. And these are just small intricacies. Good God. That I think about, those little small things. I love Black music. I want to see Black music come back to the forefront of where it was, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. So, we have to definitely have these conversations, and we have to hold each other accountable. And I start with the men, and I'm so hard on the men because the man is the figurehead. He's the leader of the house. We can't, men, y'all gonna have to stop all of this, going back and forth with the whole, going back and, well, the women do it. No, shut up. No, you need to focus on you. Okay, that's all we can do at the end of the day, ladies. So the only thing we can do is focus on ourselves. And again, men, you're the figurehead. You're the head of the household. You have to start. We have to start being a little bit more stringent on how we handle these type of conversations with our men. I'm sorry, we've been too lenient with everybody, but especially the men. So, but we gonna leave off here. I want to thank everybody so much for coming over here and support. You can be doing a million things. If you are watching the replay, make sure that you hit like, share, and subscribe for me. Hit me up on Instagram, on TikTok. Oh, girl, Lord Jesus, I got a long day tomorrow too. God bless y'all. We out.